So what's it like battling depression? I've had it off and on for about 20 years. Um, it's different than emotional depression. Like, you're your own worst enemy. And the voices in your head are not kind people. Um, you tend to become numb to accomplishment. By that I mean when you do things right, when you have a success, you don't really care. It doesn't have satisfaction to it because you feel like it's just what you're supposed to do. It's just, okay, cool, got the job, cool, because I worked really hard for it, so I got the job, okay. But, like, it's just the little things, little screw ups, like, and like I said, it's the successes just feel like what you're supposed to do. They're just lackluster. Um, and so anything that's not a success, uh, becomes a failure. Um, just over time, it, that downward bias just gets exhausting. You know, um, you think about death a lot. You don't want death. You're not looking forward to it. I know I certainly don't. I never did. Um, you just think about, when am I gonna die already? Like, how long is this ride really? Whenever you just feel like you're being stretched over years and decades, like for a life in which achievements and rewards aren't there. You're just stretched across a calendar of doing what you're supposed to do and screwing up. Whenever you screw up, it's a cascade effect. You screw up, you're hard on yourself, but you can't help but visualize like a failure ripple about how your failure is now going to affect your wife and affect your children. You think a lot about, is this going to be a parental failure that my children remember into adulthood? Because I remember a number of what I would call parental failures my parents, had with us growing up. They're both deceased. I remember my mom all the time. She would say stuff like, just, you know, just dig a hole and just put me in it. I didn't really get it whenever I was younger, but I get it now. I'm always tired. You're just tired. You're not angry. You're not sad. You're just exhausted. Even whenever you get something right, like you don't, it doesn't matter because nobody cares. Nobody cares about the things you do right. That's just the stuff you're supposed to do. Congratulations on going to work today. Like a non-loser. 'Cause you're supposed to. I don't know. I love my wife. I love my family. I love my kids. but you just feel like you're the driver of the bus. You're the bus driver. You know, everybody's on the bus laughing, cutting up, visiting, having a good time. And you're just stuck up there in the driver's seat, doing your job. When a bus driver screws up, it affects the entire bus full of people, right? Nobody cares about all the good driving he does because people are oblivious. They don't care. They just want a driver to do his job and drive the bus. Don't screw up. Right? That's how depression feels. You feel like you have this quiet, like unspoken position of servitude in which everybody depends on you to do a good job, but nobody really cares while you're doing the good job. They only care about when you lose control, right? Then all of a sudden you're a bad driver. It's just exhausting. I'm exhausted. That's how it feels. And hope somebody else out there can relate to this.